What's going on, folks? This is Suave, and today we're going to be taking a look at some new promos that were recently revealed for the One Piece card game. So without further ado, let's begin. Alrighty, so first let's start off with the 4 promos that are going to be coming in a magazine. I believe this is Saikyo Jump in Japan. The first one is Luffy. He is a red card, 4 cost for 5,000 power. Pretty standard that we got going on there. Counter plus 1,000. He has an ability when he has one Dawn attached to him. This character, as in Luffy himself, cannot be KO'd when battling other strike attribute leaders or characters. So it's very similar to the other Luffy that we have already, who's a super rare in the set 1, where he cannot be KO'd by strike characters, but this one cannot be KO'd by leaders or characters that have the strike attribute ability, and he has a base 5,000 power stat. I think this Luffy's going to be really good, and he's going to definitely be a menace to deal with being at a base 5,000. Yeah, he costs 4, but having that extra protection of not being killed by strike characters means that he has to be dealt with in other ways, and he has to be dealt with by other characters, other cards. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a pretty good add-on for red. Next up we have Yamato. Yamato is a 3 cost for 5,000 power, no counter. She has the ability Activate Main. You may rest this character, then you can rest one of your opponent's character with a cost of 2 or less. So she kind of has that flexibility where she can either be a 3 for 5 vanilla. Basically, she has those stats. She doesn't have a counter though, so you want her on the field as much as possible. And if you don't want her to swing and you want to maybe rest a blocker or some sort of support character that you want to get rid of, then yeah, you go ahead and swing. On defense, she's going to be 5,000 if the opponent tries to swing at her, so you can try to keep her alive. For the most part, I think some people might find her a little underwhelming, but she does have the Wano Country trait, and Wano Country trait is definitely good in Odin, which is a mono green deck, so we'll see if she has some room in there for the Odin decks. This next one is a very fun one. Trafalgar Law, the blue card, 6 cost for 7,000 power, the slash attribute, no counter again, so you definitely don't want to keep him in your hand long. On play, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, add one of your opponent's life cards back to their hand. So it's kind of interesting because if you're up against someone who has a lot of cards in their hand, you know, someone who draws a lot or just only plays like 1 or 2 cards per turn and is drawing a bunch of cards, they're gonna have a lot of cards in hand and they're gonna be somewhat punished because it's like as if they took damage, but at the same time they're still drawing the card from the life. I don't think they get to trigger it, so that's a plus there. It is a 6 for 7,000. 7,000 is pretty good. It might see limited play. This might be one of those where you get like 1 or 2 copies of it. It definitely deserves a little bit of testing. I'm not quite too sure on this. I know Blue likes to have some big characters out there while they're bouncing around and doing some other shenanigans out there. So Trafalgar Law, pretty good card off the bat. The next one is the big beast himself, Kaido, the purple card, 8 cost for 9,000, the special attack attribute, no counter. End of your turn, add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. This is a really powerful effect, especially if you can ramp up really quickly and just get them on the board as fast as possible. 8 cost means you probably, if you play him, even if you play him when you only have 8 Dawn on the field, you'll at least have 1 Dawn active on your field at the end of your turn because of Kaido's ability. So you can at least have that 1 Dawn to play Blast Breath or have some sort of defense. Hopefully you have some other board presence as well. You definitely don't want to play Kaido if you don't really have a board presence and you're using all 8 Dawn just to put him on the board and then your opponent just attacks you relentlessly. But regardless, this is a very powerful effect. It's definitely going to see some play in some of those Kaido decks. So this next set of cards is a very fun set of promos. So these are all Wano Country alternate arts of the Straw Hat crew, and these are cards that we've already seen. So we got alternate arts of like a promo, some of the booster set cards, also some of the starter deck cards that we saw from the red starter deck. So I'm gonna have a little slideshow showing off all the Straw Hats over here, and on the top I'm gonna have what the base card is that it's based off of. So we got the alternate art of the Wano and the base card off top, and it's a pretty fun set. So this set can only be obtained right now in Japan, where you can only get it through an event called Meet the One Piece, and so you have to have like a special ticket on a certain day, go in there and you buy this bundle, you get these cards. It's a pretty cool deal. I think it's only a limited time event, so I'm not sure if they're going to make these specific promos available after that event. I'm pretty sure these promos, like all the other promos we've seen, will be available at some point in English when they do get printed. However, if you're collecting in Japanese like I am, you're going to want to try to find a good spot of when to get these cards. There might be more becoming available on the secondary market, but at the same time it is a limited time event as to when these cards will be available, so we'll see where that goes. But I do have these secured already, so that when they do come in the mail, I'll be able to show them off, and so you can all see what these cards look like here in person and up close. Post your comments down below, let me know what you think about these promos, and if you find yourself coming back to this channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and you get to be subscribed to more of the content that I'm going to be dishing out for this card game. So with that being said, I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.